Today's workout is called Russian Farmer. We'll start with 5x5 back squats and then do 2 other smaller workouts. So for the 5x5 back squats, you'll use a barbell. If you only have a dumbbell or a kettlebell, you can put that on your back as well. You just want the stimulus to be on your back and weight coming from your back for a back squat. As you unwrap the barbell, you have your hands right outside your shoulders, standing tall, feet slightly wider than hips width apart, standing tall, shoulders down and back, core engaged, so draw your belly button to your spine. You're standing tall, so your glutes are already a little bit engaged, your legs are feeling very strong, and then you're gonna sit down and back as you lower yourself down and pull yourself back up. And the breathing strategy here can be a few different ways, so breathe in on the way down, exhale on the way up, or you can exhale through the whole movement, especially when it gets heavy. So breathe in at the top. And I let my air out slowly to kind of keep the pressure and not, it all just kind of goes out of you, but if you can go slow, the tension really stays in your belly. So you can practice a few of those breaths before you get started as well in the back squats. Look at the weight that you did last time and try to increase just a little bit. It could be 5 pounds at like the last couple of sets, or it could be 5 pounds across all of the sets. There's 2 different ways you can do the sets. You can build up, so you can start at 35 pounds for set 1, do 5 squats, and then you go to 45 pounds for set 2, 5 squats, 55, 5 squats, or you can do straight across and just do like 55 for all 5. It depends on your fitness level, what you want to do. So if you're a little bit of a beginner and still kind of trying to get used to weight, then I would suggest building up and try to build up to a weight that is higher than the last time you did it, because you're just trying to get your body underweight. You're just trying to get it used to having weight on its back, used to squatting with that weight on top of it. And then that trains your neurons and trains your muscles to be okay with it and be like, okay, we can do this and not die. But if you go up too fast, you could injure yourself, or your muscles just won't lift it. They just won't work. Not because you're not strong enough, just because like your central nervous system isn't used to it. So be small and controlled about your increases. Then we have 2 small workouts. This first workout is 2 rounds of 20 seconds off, or 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds off, 4 different movements. So it nets out to 1 total Tabata, which is 8 rounds of 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. So there are 4 movements. The first movement is a hip extension, and so at the gym, you can do this on a GHD, but if you don't have a GHD, there's a couple of different ways to do it, and I'll show you those. You can do it on an exercise ball, so hips on the ball, using your hands to stabilize, have your heels pointing towards each other, and just lift them towards the air. They're not gonna move a whole lot. Like you can see, this movement is not like all the way up. It's just really using my glutes to move the weight of my legs. So you're gonna do that for 20 seconds. And then you'll come off, and you'll do a forward lunge. So you're stepping forward, launching yourself back. You'll do that for 20 seconds. And then you'll do the air squat for 20 seconds. So feet a little bit wider than hips width apart, hands on your shoulders or in front of you, whatever helps you keep your chest up. Squat down, back up, air squats. And then a single leg skip hop or a lateral skier hop. So for the skip hop, use your arms as you jump 1 leg at a time into the air. If that doesn't feel good, or you just don't want to do it, you can also do skier hops. So for these, you're not just jumping back and forth. Get into an athletic position. It's a little bit of a quarter squat. Glutes, hamstring quads, all are engaged as you're athletically pushing yourself side to side. Using your arms, it should burn and you should feel it. If it feels like this isn't that hard, then you're probably not doing it right. For the hip extensions. The other ways to do it, if you don't have the ball, you can also do it on the ground. The arms in front of you, still heels together, and you're just lifting it up off the ground. If this hurts your hip bones or your pubic bone, roll up a yoga mat or a towel or something like that to just give you some padding there. And then the other option is to do it on a bench. So just like we did it on the ball, but instead of balancing on the ball, you'll just have your torso laying on a bench. I'll show you this. Not a perfect example, but good enough. Or you would be holding onto the bench, heels together, lowering your legs down, and then lifting them back up. with on a bench, not a box, because that really hurts your pubic. And then the last little workout is 20 Russian twists, and then a 100-meter heavy farmer's carry with one arm. So for the Russian twists, we'll use a kettlebell, medicine ball, plate, whatever it is that you have. Balance on your buns, lifting your heels, and tapping each side. Breathing through the movement, but keeping contracted in your core, being very conscious of your core as you tap each side, slow and controlled, not loosey-goosey. And then for the farmer's carry, when you pick up your weight, pick it up with intention. Don't just like floppily pick it up. So use a deadlift stance, use your glutes, so use your hamstrings, hinge at the hip to pick it up, lower it down, and basically deadlift it off the ground, and then bring it to the side. We don't want to see backs rounding or anything like that, because that's just a recipe for disaster and injury. In the farmer's carry, stand tall, shoulders down and back, weight on one side, so your body is weighted on the side. It's gonna wanna lean as you walk. Do not let it lean. Stay as straightforward as you can, and this is just a core workout and staying straight up. So walk out, 50 or so meters, switch hands and come back 50 or so meters. And then do it again, so you'll do that 3 times. Just as fast as you can, roll through the movements, and as soon as you get back in the farmer's carry, hop back on the Russian twist, and doing the Russian twists will help make the farmer's carry a little bit more difficult, and they'll kind of all work together to give you like a nice good core workout. For our warm-up, the custom warm-up, but what I have written here for this class was a calf, 30 seconds each, calf stretch, a hip opener stretch, just kind of like a long runner's lunge as we do the squats to stretch our hip flexor, but then also our like glutes to kind of get this hip ready to squat. Pigeon stretch, which you can do on your back, prone or supine. So on your back it looks like this, and it's stretching all through the glutes here. And then on your belly, it looks like this. So you just got your leg bent in front of you, this leg back, you're stacked on top of the hip, not leaning and sitting over here, but sitting nice and straight forward, and arms in front of you. Hamstring stretch, kneeling on your knees, one foot comes ahead of you on your heel. This leg stays up and at a 90-degree angle as you hinge through the hips and feel the stretch all through here. Again, the hips stay square, they're not opening in any weird way. And then we'll stretch our chest so that it's nice and open and stays upright for our squats. And our neck, levator scapula, one arm behind your back, lean to the right, and then look down. For our activation, so that'll get us all stretched out. Activation, run 200 meters, and then we'll do good mornings, which you can have a band or a weight on your back, or just do a body weight too. Standing tall, you're gonna hinge at the hips, so engaging your glutes, sending your glutes back, slight bend in the knees, back is very straight. As you lower yourself down, you feel a stretch in your hamstrings, and your hamstrings and glutes contract as you stand back up. So this is a stretch, this is an eccentric stretch, and this is the contraction that warms it up. So this is a dynamic stretch and warm up. Do 10 of these, and then we're gonna do a plank series. So get in your plank position, hold it on your belly for 15 seconds without losing tension, roll to your side, hold that for 15 seconds, come back to your chest for 15, and then roll to the other side for 15. From there, if you happen to have trouble with activating your glutes for squats, you can do a donkey and hydrant little circuit. So for a total of 10 reps, 1 donkey, 1 hydrant, 5 on each side, and that just really activates the glutes and wakes them up for your squats. Yeah, if you're having any issues with your squats, any knee valgus are caving in, any arches caving in, lower back arching or anything like that, be sure to reach out to me. We'll talk about what you can do to fix that.